Okay, we have set the temperatures at 185 in the booster tank and the wash tank at 160. We're going to start the cycle. Open the door. As you can see, we're on a long cycle. Machine starts. It's 196 degrees in the booster tank. 160 still in the wash. Okay, the temperature's starting to drop in the wash. This is on a long cycle. See the heater kicked in through the wash tank. 157 degrees. This first cycle here appears that will not go into an extended wash because the temperature in the booster tank is plenty hot, 196 degrees. The incoming water supply has been checked and it is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. As you can see, we're below the 155 degree mark, which is what is required as a minimum for NSF, standard 3. The heater's been on, now we're below 150. Heater's been on almost the entire cycle. Okay, your wash cycle's ended. Now entering the final rinse. Doesn't look like the final rinse is helping the wash tank at all. Still dropping in temperature. Cycle's about to end. Cycle ended. We ended at 148 degrees. Okay, we're gonna start a second cycle. Open and close the door. As you can see, we're starting off at 148. The heater is on in the wash tank, and there is no way that it is ever going to recover by the time this wash cycle ends. And it gets worse from here on. We've already ran this test now for over 3 hours, and every cycle the wash tank temperature gets worse. And we have seen where the wash tank temperature gets down as low as 130 some degrees. Because now you're going to see on this second cycle, you're going to see the heater is going to switch from the wash tank to the final rinse because the temperature now has dropped 2 degrees below 185 is where we got it set at. So now we're not getting any help in the wash tank for temperature, and so it can only get worse. Alright, now this cycle, the second cycle, is going to have an extended, it's going to go into the extended mode. This is on a long cycle. It's going to go into extended mode because we're down to 180 in the booster tank. So it'll sit there approximately 20 to 30 seconds in an extended wash before it ever switches back to the heater in the wash tank being energized. There's our amp meter showing that the amps that the booster heater is drawing, about 22.4. This machine is receiving 235 volts. Okay, now it finally reached the final rinse temperature of 185 and allowed it to go into the rinse cycle. Yeah, but again, we don't have enough. We haven't had the heater on long enough in the wash tank to help bring the temperature up. So it's only going to get worse. It's at 142 now. The next cycle it'll drop even lower. Okay, the cycle's about to end.